like to know from you is I read in your bio that you got fired, that this all came about as a result of you being fired by the NFL. Is
Yeah,
that
I was
right?
too soft on the players, you know. They would score a touchdown and I'd want to celebrate with them, you know, and want to, pat them down, celebrate. But the skills of me being soft on players in the NFL translates really well to animals because with puppies, all you want to do is celebrate. All you want to do is have fun and kind of relish in the moment a little bit more. So if you watch Puppy Bowl, like every time a dog scores a touchdown, we pick them up, we cuddle them, we give them a kiss, we rub their belly, give them a treat, just to showcase the love. And of course, give them a little shine because we want them to get adopted.
It makes me laugh so much. The commentary makes me laugh more than anything else because some of the dogs, some of them are very rambunctious, and others of them kind of are just like, yeah, I'm here and I'm not doing it. I'm
A
not doing
lot of them will just lay
it.
down and take a nap, and we have to give them a penalty for wallflowering or, excessive slumbering.
If that are you the one that's doing the commentary as well?
No, the announcers, you mean? No, that's Steve Levy. It's a couple of like professional NFL announcers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it was you, and I was like, "This." The
Yeah.
commentary is even funnier than the puppies. How has this translated into your dog rescuing and fostering efforts as well?
It very much goes hand in hand. So, I mean, look, this year we're featuring 80 different shelters, so it's hard to keep track of all of them, but it's amazing how many we're featuring. When I first started this job 14 years ago, I think maybe we had like 30, maybe 20 shelters. So it was a little easier to sort of keep track of everything. But what it's done is it's introduced me to the world of rescue, the world of adoption, pet adoption. And it is such a wonderful community, right? And
Hmm.
the way they say like shop local, stay local with your rescue. Anytime somebody's thinking about getting a dog, I'm like, just go to your local rescue center, your shelter, your ASPCA, whatever's in your neighborhood, a place that you can return to and get
Hmm.
to know them. And if there's no dog there now, that's okay. Fill out an application, see what's going on. Maybe there'll be somebody for you in a few weeks, few months. Return to the place, see who's available, because it's usually the ones in our backyard that are in the most in need. So it has really turned me on to what I live in New York City. So of course I got a million different shelters and rescues. So I've
Of
learned all of
course.
them. And yeah, I've fostered dogs for many, many years. It's been really gratifying. And I adopted one too, so it's been great.
Oh, what kind did you adopt?
I adopted some little poodle mix that was rejected by a disreputable breeder for having bad knees, bad legs. So her back hind leg, she can't walk very well on it. So the breeder said, we can't sell her. So they were ready to just completely reject her.
No.
A shelter, and often these breeders, when they reject a dog, it's a pretty sad fate. So thankfully, a rescue called Phoenix Animal Rescue stepped in and they scooped her up and I connected her with me. And yeah, the rest is history.
What's her name?
Her name is Poppy, Papi, the Latin version of Poppy.
I love that. I love that so much. My dog's name was Spanky, like from the
I
little
love that
movie.
name.
His name was Spanky. He was a mess. I loved that
I
dog.
love the name Spanky.
He was
Oh,
hilarious. That dog had more attitude than any dog is ever allowed to have. He was so funny, but he was super, super smart. Super.
oh. What kind of breed mix was he or mix?
He was a Maltese.
Oh, they are
He was a
smart.
full.
Yeah.
He was a full blooded Maltese, and he was the funniest thing. He would at 10 o'clock at night. He would start heading up the stairs, and he would bark at me and look at me like, Are you coming?"
Right. They, they're creatures of habit. They really are. They thrive in habit, right?
He was hilarious. Yes, absolutely. What was the craziest moment that you've had in the 14 years of doing Puppy Bowl? And what was the moment where it just your heart just broke in a million pieces?
Back in the older generation of Puppy Bowl, I wore these knee-high socks, these like white roll-up socks that go all the way up to your knees. And a dog named Ginger in Puppy Bowl 10 ripped, not just rolled, ripped off my sock in the middle of the game. But like all the way down. Bare skin was exposed. The sock was not salvageable. We had to stop. I changed clothes, everything. That I was like, how do you even what kind of penalty do you call for that? So that was that was definitely a moment I'll never forget. Um, Heartbreaking. Thankfully, honestly, there's been no heartbreaking. And I mean that sincerely. It's only been full hearts, but not sad hearts. Because all these dogs do get adopted. If ever one of our dogs, we have 100% adoption, you know, rate here at Puppy Bowl. If ever a dog didn't find a home, then I guess my heart would break. But I'm happy to say, in 14 years of doing this, they've all found a forever home at the end of Puppy Bowl, which is amazing.
And one last question, how does the adoption process happen before we see Puppy Bowl, or does it happen during, or does it happen after?
All of it, everything you said, before, during, and after. So, like right now, because we release our starting lineups ahead of time, you can go to puppybowl.com and see all the pups that are involved in Puppy Bowl. And if you want that Puppy Bowl, that puppy now, we're not going to stop you. We're not going to say wait until game day. You can adopt that dog now. That's okay. You know, you'll still see them on the Puppy Bowl. So that's the before. During, absolutely. People get excited. They call up. Well, they don't call, but they go to puppybowl.com and say, I want that dog I just saw scoring a touchdown. It connects you to the shelter. You can adopt there. And if we ever, which is rare, have dogs that after Puppy Bowl's done airing are still available, those get adopted within days. So it's pretty satisfying to watch.
Let me tell you something. Puppy Bowl is pretty satisfying to watch, and it is my go-to thing because I'm not a big football fan, but I am a Puppy Bowl fan. I live for this every year. My mother and I, we will be watching yet again, and I'm so happy that I had an opportunity to chat with you about it because I always wondered how it came about, how it came together, like where did the idea come from, and now I know, and I'm so much more excited to watch it now.
So nice of you to say. Are you rooting for any one team in particular, rough or fluff, or you just want them
I
all?
just kind of go with the day. I look
Yeah.
at I look at who's on the teams and I'm like, and I see how they kind of navigate on the field and kind of make up my mind. But I mostly just watch it for the entertainment.
I know it is. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's the best. It's the most relaxing way to spend the afternoon, I think, you
It
know.
really is. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Dan. I really do appreciate you taking time for me today.
You too, Carla. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.